As always, Bible in hand, ready to read Ephesians 5 once again. And here it is. This is verses 12 to 14. So in the context of walking as children in the light, loving the Lord, imitating him, and walking in love and walking as children in the light, it says this: for it is shameful even to speak of the things that they do in secret. But when anything is exposed by the light, it becomes visible. For anything that becomes visible is light. Therefore, it says, and it's quoting now Isaiah, two different places, and pretty loosely, like a paraphrase of the verses, because it's getting to the main point. Awake, O sleeper, and arise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you. And it's like, the light bulb goes on. It isn't us shining. We're reflecting the light of Christ. We know this. We know this. Even when Jesus says, let your light so shine among men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. And the idea is that Christ is shining on and through the believer. We are reflecting like a planet, like a star reflects the sun. And here it is. It says, take no part in verse 11 in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them. But then in verse 12, it is shameful even to speak of the things that they do in secret. And you know what I'm appreciative of? He didn't make a list. He didn't say things like this. Why? Because the Spirit of God said it is shameful to speak of it. Just so you know, Sunday, you're not getting a whole big list of all the deeds that people do in secret. We already know what those are. We don't have to pollute our minds with them any longer or any more or any more deeply. What we need to do is realize that when anything is exposed by the light, it becomes visible. What does that mean? Well, you walk into a dark room with a flashlight, you shine it on something, it becomes visible, okay? Some translations say that they become light. And it's like, okay, what does that mean? It means that you can see it now, okay? You can see it now. And this makes it really clear in the ESV. When anything is exposed by the light, it becomes visible. And then it says anything that becomes visible is light. And the idea is that you can see it. And then that quote that really makes it clear that Christ is the one who shines. And all I can tell you is I think that the passages of scripture like this that have, these metaphors and have these figures of speech are sometimes hard for us to understand, but they tell us some really great, beautiful gospel truths. And that's the stuff I want you and I to get and then to live out. So see you Sunday.